And we're live. Yeah, okay, Tuesday, all that stuff. Hey, it's time for Comic Book School Live. There's apparently a very important television show that's going on. Don't say a word, Mike, because Google will or YouTube will classify this video. But tonight, Mike, we're actually talking about a cheery subject, which is sharks attacking people in the water. How's that for fun, huh?
Sounds good. Glenn's already got a comment.
Glenn is not far off with his first comment. We'll be addressing that. Oh, look what's subtly placed on the shelf.
Subtly.
And Mike, what are those behind you?
Those would be Emmys, buddy.
Emmys?
Yes.
Are they real Emmys?
They are real. I won them for writing on a TV show.
You won them for writing on a television show. Wow. What television show did you win them for?
That show would be called Robot Chicken.
My goodness, Mike. Yeah. So that makes you something of an expert in Hollywood types of things. What does that say?
Funny thing about that, they almost got in trouble for the nudity.
Did they?
Movie poster, not the Emmys.
I was going to say, I thought we were still talking about the Emmys, but maybe.
Come on, Glenn, keep up.
Come on, Glenn, keep up. So, Mike, tonight we are talking about what we know to be why Jaws is the best movie poster ever, and what this can mean to comic book artists who are creating covers, compelling and exciting covers for their comic books.
I like that. I like that tie-in you got there.
Oh, look at Redheaded Ed. Very, very good point. Sharks don't wear clothes.
Well, they might if they eat somebody with clothes and it gets on them.
Jaws in the beginning. Oh, Godzilla! Somebody lit a fuse on that guy. He's off to the races.
He had some chocolate before the show started.
So, Mike, you did a little bit of research. Jaws, 1975. Tell me a little bit about Jaws.
Yes. Jaws was what they started basing the summer blockbusters on because it did so incredibly well. It did. Let's see. What did I have? It grossed $100 million in its first 59 days, which was unheard of back in those days.
It is considered the very first blockbuster film.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the first first full feature film by filmmaker Steven Spielberg, as of that time not well known, based on the book by Peter Benchley of the same name. And by the same name, I mean Jaws, not Steven Spielberg. They shot the movie. It was fraught with difficulty, and the shark, nicknamed Bruce, did not always work well.
It did not work most of the time.
It did not. So Spielberg was forced to improvise and not show the shark as much as he wanted to. But furthermore, very important to note, the movie, while it had a few stars in it, mostly featured up-and-coming stars.
Yes.
Matthew Creaky is on a different. It's a totally.
We're talking about Jaws.
We're talking about Jaws. Matthew Creaky is $100 acceptable full page back in my first issue of a comic. No, that won't even cover the production cost.
No.
Anyway, the problem with most movie posters today, Mike, is they show just a picture of the celebrity. If they're staring into the camera, if they're holding a gun, you know it has something to do with action and guns. If they're looking winsome and romantic, it might be a romance. Right now, there's this overwhelming amount of movie posters that more or less kind of look the same, and if not differentiated by superhero costumes or some other key information, they just kind of blend into the background.
Yep.
So I thought it would be interesting if we took a look at why Jaws is the greatest movie poster of all time. Do you agree with this thesis, Mike? Because you have not seen any of this. You'll be watching it at the same time as everybody else.
I'll be watching it at the same time as everybody else. Would I say it's the greatest movie poster of all time? Probably not, but I hope to have my mind changed.
All right. Well, and you're going to keep an eye on the comments, because I am going to dive deeply into the Jaws movie posters. Everybody ready?
Yay!
You want to make the music, Mike?
I got to find I don't know which exactly button it is.
No, just dun.
Oh, dun.
All right, there you go. Okay.
Dun.
All right, so we're looking at Jaws. Okay. So the original Jaws poster was created by Roger Castell. It is a painting, ostensibly based on what we would say is one of the very first scenes of the movie, although it didn't exactly go this way. It was a nighttime scene. You're going to have to read the comments to me because I'm not.
Oh, there's a lot coming in.
All right.
They're jumping around. Glenn's also
you tell me when I need to stop. At the time, Robert Shaw, as you can see, gets top billing. He was what? Quint?
He was Quint.
Richard Dreyfuss, a rather young actor, and Roy Scheider, also a rather young actor in 1975, and Spielberg, an unproven director. So very important to note the imagery of this, and then also how it was able to be presented in black and white easily. That's how we got information about movies in black and white newspapers. So this image would play perfectly in black and white, but even better in color, right?
True. Very true.
All right. So you're looking at the poster. You got your eyes on it. You've memorized it. Everybody knows the poster. So let's take a good look at it, right? Okay. So here I am. I'm passing in the movie theater. I'm like, a movie poster. Let me read the title. And it says Jaws. I don't know. Sounds pretty good, but Jaws suggests something kind of savage. It's not friendly. Dogs have jaws. Animals have jaws. Sharks have jaws. Blood red color trapped on a white background. Okay, so we're off to a good start. It knows its audience. Number two, as Glenn said, wait a minute, is that a naked lady swimming in the water? And it absolutely, positively is a naked lady. If you're a 12-year-old Buddy Scalera or 12-year-old Mike Fasolo, you are squinting at that going, that lady is not wearing a bathing suit.
You're moving right up to the poster.
You're moving right up to that poster, right? You were like, oh, look, top down, Jaws. Clearly she's not Jaws, but your attention, they got your attention, right? So the second image is trapped on a white background, and then you're like, oh, what's that swimming underneath her?
It's a giant shark with jaws.
Right, rather giant shark with jaws. But as you can see from the bubbles coming out of the shark's mouth, there's bubbles. It looks like the shark is moving, and clearly moving toward that innocent naked swimmer. Did I mention that the lady was naked and I'm 12?
And you immediately think, I have to see what's going on.
All of a sudden, I am like, and are those jaws of a gigantic shark? Gatilla's right. The shark should have had braces, should have had an orthodontist, did not. It was a horror movie, not an orthodonty video. But maybe it could have been a before and after where he has a perfect smile. Okay. And then the shark is swimming up to the naked lady. All of a sudden, I'm more interested. I know what this movie's about. I don't see any celebrities. I don't see any guns. I don't see any superheroes. All I see is I'm going to see Jaws.
Yep.
That's it. Mom, I'm going to see Jaws.
You're buying the advance tickets already.
Right? So when you think about it, like, this is a brilliant piece of single panel advertising, just the same way that a comic book cover has the same amount of time. There's a lot in common with a comic book cover. You got the title, you got the main hero image, and you got a second or two to capture somebody's attention. The strength of the white background with the red type, with the naked lady, with the contrasting shark. I'm going to see that movie.
Oh yeah.
They're still talking about the orthodonty on this, aren't they?
Yeah, they're intent on straightening the shark's teeth.
Okay, so here we are. So I'm hooked already, but there's more to this, Mike. Are you ready for more?
I am absolutely ready for more.
All right. So we've always talked about left to right. So we read left to right. So if we track along from number one, our eye goes from the left to the right. So Jaws immediately takes us down, and then we go in a Z pattern because that's the way our eye travels. And then it stops here. There's nothing else to see. 2 takes us to the woman.
Mm-hmm.
There's no place else to go but down to the tip of the shark, to the teeth that we were just talking about, to that ferocious, scary amount of teeth. And then the eye circles back up to complete the circle to that blood red logo and directly into the movie theater.
Look at that. Look at that.
Is that beautiful? By the way, this illustration, I worked on this with a good friend of mine. His name is Joe Kalinowski. He is unable to join us tonight, so I'm doing this without him. But these fine illustrations and infographics were made by my good friend Joe Kalinowski of the Content Marketing Institute.
This wasn't a Buddy Scalera original.
It is a Buddy Scalera original, but Mike, I can't do everything. Clearly, I cannot do graphic design. If you looked at this, would you have thought that I did this graphic design?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it could be done by you.
It could not have been done by me. There is no way in any scenario that I could have done graphic design that good.
Well, thank you, Joe Kalinowski.
Joe Kalinowski. Now, we go one step further. Joe, actually, this is a part that Joe pointed out, the double trapping. So you've got that stark white background, and then the actual movie poster does have a very thick black border. Most movie posters would stretch edge to edge, full bleed out, fully bleed up to the white, fully bleed out to the blue. But Jaws did something different. By trapping and doing a double framing, what it does is it draws your eye in. It erases everything around it, cuts any distraction out, and forces your eye into that drawdown from the top to the lady, to the shark, to the mouth, back on out. And then the eye is then guided to the very central image of this, the hero image. Technically, the shark, in this case, is the hero, right? You're going to see the shark.
Of course.
You're hoping that someone is naked, but you're really going to see the shark. Am I right?
You are right. Now, who figured all this out? Like where the double black border, the black border makes your eyes go to the center of it?
Well, I will tell you with full transparency that my good friend Joe Kalinowski, who will be coming on the show in a couple of weeks to talk with us, is a trained art director and artist and was able to articulate why this works. So Joe was able to articulate this. This was something we did together where just talking about the way the eye travels in a Z pattern. It's just a collaboration. It's just, we would get on the phone, we would chat about ideas, and up came the topic of the fact that the Jaws movie poster was the greatest movie poster of all time. And we decided to deconstruct why it was. What I wanted to do with this, though, Mike, was to articulate why for comic artists or anybody who is making a comic book, you have to really think about that cover and capture the eye, make sure that they understand what they're about to buy. If they don't want to see a naked lady getting eaten by a shark, then this is not the comic book for them or the movie for them. But if your jam is naked ladies swimming in the water and a shark about to eat them, this movie is sold for you.
But now, wouldn't you need a Joe Kalinowski to explain this to you? Because if you're just drawing a cover, like you're just, a good artist, you're not going to know any of this.
Well, that is why Comic Book School exists, Mike, because we are here to serve the comic book artist community. What's going on? What's been going on in the comments while I've been looking at the slides?
Lots of orthodontist stuff. And then Glenn asks if Jurassic Park or the Aliens poster follow these kinds of layouts.
Well, the Aliens poster was an egg, if you remember.
Oh, just, yeah.
It was just the egg. we can look at other movie posters, and if the audience appears interested, Mike, we will certainly look at other movie posters. But I'm interested. Are people agreeing that this is the world's greatest movie poster?
I agree that it has. It's got a
Now
lot.
Remember, they don't show a single celebrity. They don't have, they don't have anything to go on, right? This was not an era where any of these people were the big celebrity, nor was the director the big celebrity. They had to make the shark the celebrity.
We should go through some other 70s movie posters that were even, big or small movies and see if they did this same thing.
I think Redheaded Ed is actually an artist. Read that one out for me.
Artistic layout is the thing you need to learn to make posters like this, and art directors are around to help finesse and teach this type of stuff. Only art directors know how to teach
this stuff. Hold on, I agree. I think well-trained art students and art directors will learn certain things like this in school. But if you are like many comic artists, self-educating, comic book school is the way to continue that education. Okay, Mike. So shall we continue on?
I didn't know there was more, but yes, absolutely.
Mike, I didn't, I'm moving quickly tonight, but I wanted to give you a full show.
Well, thank you.
Okay. We do the double framing. This particular piece, this was an article that Joe Kalinowski and I co-wrote.
Hey, look, your name's on that.
It certainly is. Once again, this is Joe's layout and design for the header image. Now you can see. Let's put up my header image that I was able to do.
One just so we could see.
That's my header image, and that's Joe's header image. That's what a real graphic designer can do. So Joe did, and I mean, look at the way he traps it on actual water as a background. I mean,
he was thinking. He's really putting that art degree to good use.
Yeah, but the URL that you see here below, if you go to contentmarketinginstitute.com and just type in the keyword JAWS, you will find the article that we wrote. It expands on it more. We give a little bit more background on the original illustrator of the movie poster and some of the performance information and data on the movie from 1975. But Mike, I wanted to give a little bit more. This was the Jaws 2 movie poster, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. I think it's a great poster. I do think it's a great poster. I think the tagline is probably the best part, which is just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water.
Yes, but it doesn't hold any water to the first one.
Right. It's kind of okay. It's another pretty girl with almost like a flesh tone bikini, almost kind of like tee-hee-hee, look at that. But she's not naked. And we've already seen that, right? It doesn't have as much power, does it?
It does not.
It's almost the same image, just sort of they just shuffled it around a little bit.
Did you show the poster for Jaws 3 or 4?
Well, Mike, funny you should ask, because I do. I've also shown some parodies based on the character. So Marvel Super Special, they played it seriously, but not everybody else did in here. This is Jaws. Third 3D. Dimension is terror, right? This is the movies. I don't know how many of them. Were there 4 or 3?
I think there were 4 because there was one where somehow the shark was like on an inland lake or something, terrorizing people.
Oh yeah, like this time it's personal or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I think I failed to get that one. But I did watch that movie that's on Netflix about the sharks that swim up the Seine, which is fresh water. Do you see that movie on Netflix?
No, I have not.
Yeah, and it's supposedly about sharks that swim up the Seine in preparation, sort of like when the Olympics come, they clean the Seine river out and it's fresh water and there's sharks in there, and I don't know what it's called, but it is as fantastically awful as you wish it would be. And it is just pure carnage.
Well,
so what does Gatilla say? Read that one out. It looks
God
like
bless the male gaze and the reptilian part of the brain that produces it. Yes.
God has blessed that part of that French movie. Oh, that's a rough one. Godzilla, what's the name of that French movie that was Voodoo Shark? Greg would go see Voodoo Shark.
I would go see Voodoo Shark. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I wanted to also, Mike, give the audience a little treat of, and then I have a big treat at the very end. So some of the parody covers, because you know what? Spidey definitely outswimming full costume.
Oh,
Right.
well, yeah, of course. He
Right.
never takes his costume off.
Right. And the shark's really close at that point. By this point, though, the shark has ostensibly had his teeth fixed.
Yes, they are very straight, but Spidey's got
Very
his
straight,
face in.
very sharp, and apparently eyes sticking out right here. Right here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the shark was supposed to have eyes or not. So rating, Mike, what do you give this?
I give that one like a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. Okay, so we're gonna have, people should be able to rank the covers as they see them. So
they should have actually just had him swimming with his mask on. That was
yeah,
it.
that's true. Yeah, redheaded Ed. You're right, redheaded. He's not naked. Okay, what do you give this?
That's a good one. I give that one 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Okay, because two popular characters there. They did a good job. I don't know what Monkey Prince is. Apparently, a new character by DC, but I did kind of think it was cool that they made the shark sort of a dragon. I guess
that's kind of neat.
Yeah. What would you rank this one?
I'd give that one. I give that one an 8 out of 10. Now that I know it's a dragon.
Yeah, and he's lounging on a dragon. Godzilla's still not naked. All right, here we go. Mad Magazine.
They should have had the shark swimming the other way. If he's like, yeah.
All right, what do you rank this one, Mike?
I give that one a 6 out of 10.
Godzilla's just here for the nudity. All right, 6 out of 10. Plus, he covers the title, but it is pretty close. Mad is pretty close to the Jaws logo. Mad is great. I agree, redheaded Ed.
Mad is great.
All right, another comic called Feral. This one, I guess, replacing the shark with a cat coming up at a fish in a bowl. I'm not even sure what's going on with this one.
I don't know that one either.
I don't know that one. What would you rank this one?
I give that one a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. You gave Spidey a 4 out of 10.
Oh, Deadpool. Is that Deadpool going after Deadpool?
It's very meta.
Interesting.
They could have made Deadpool naked.
Yes. Deadpool would be naked.
You know, that was my first pitch for Deadpool to Mike Martz.
That he's naked?
Yeah. Deadpool had to be naked.
The entire time?
The whole comic. He had to complete the adventure. He lost his costume. I need a break from the pool. Okay, well, I'll move on then. This is Get Craven.
Is that Craven the Hunter?
I believe it was Craven the Hunter. Went to Hollywood for some reason. I'm not sure. I don't remember
or is
quite what was happening. Yes, with Marvel Comics at that time. What do you think? I think the shark is beautifully illustrated.
Shark looks exactly like it does in the poster, but I would give this one a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. You're grading
I'm
hard.
I'm a harsh judge. Oh.
All right. Well, this is just inspired. This I was kind of impressed. What do you think?
Did you just say Jaws of the Killer Shark? Yeah, but he's Superman. Shark's not going to bother Superman.
No, but the shark looks good. I don't know. I kind of have to give it points for creativity. If I were a kid and Jaws just came out, and then a couple months later, this issue of Action Comics came out, Buddy Scalera would have bought that.
I bet somewhere in the lexicon of Superman there is a super shark.
Yeah. But would you have bought this?
I probably would have bought this.
I would have bought this
today.
All right, so we're making our progress. Suicide Squad. These are both terrific, excellent use of the main characters.
Yep, I like. Actually, I like both of them. I like the second one better. The one on the left, on the right.
The one on the right. Yeah, I do like it because it has the tagline. I don't know if this is real art or fan art. There is a point where I'm like, I'm not even sure if this is actual promos. Could Jaws be the Kryptonian shark? You know
Could
what?
be.
Kind of could be.
Copper tone
Almost a
ads.
parody of the copper tone ads. I agree. Yeah, we might be able to do that. But once again, what makes this one the color? They're both in color.
Was
Gatilla, you will never be a fighter pilot. Those are both in color. Okay. I thought the graphic design interpretations. Now, I don't know if these are original by any means. The one on the right looks like it might have been based on the pop art style and the limited palette, but the one on the left, I'm pretty sure, is sort of a retro pop art design. But I think they're both amazing.
I like the one on the right better because that's more of a terrifying image.
Yeah, and it's very 70s in its use of the way, you know, like it would have come off the printing press, almost like silk screened.
Polish movie posters. These are good.
These are good.
Are they Polish movie posters?
It's the whole sentence. I mean, like he took a bag of words, shook them up, and then. All right, what would you rank these, Mike?
I would give the one on the right. I'd give that one a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, and the one on the left.
On the left, I give that one a 7.
All right. I found a Lego one.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. They should have had well, I guess you needed to see the shark, but I would have turned the shark around. So,
but heck of a good job. I love Lego artists. You know, to me, Lego artists never get old. And then Lego animations, I just love them. Commie block movie posters. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. That's right. You're right. The communist block movie posters of Eastern Europe. You're right.
Okay.
Now Gatilla on the game with his design.
Knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So I never get tired of Jaws. I will now, real quick, Mike. But is the Lego swimmer naked? Nope. Fully wearing a onesie. Mike, I'm going to give you a little bit of a personal one. My dearly departed dad did a project with me. I'm going to go big. Back when I was in school, we made a Jaws diorama.
Nice.
Full 3D diorama. Hold on. There you go. I show this in my dad's honor. There's Quint getting eaten by the shark. His eyes fell out. They used to be in there. And nice. It's literally hanging off the base.
Is that the actual number of the boat? It should have been the Orca, wasn't it?
You know what? At the time, there was no Netflix or video stores, Mike. So we just sort of guessed, and we kind of put our zip code there.
Okay, that's nice.
But you know, look at this, and it's he made it out of a hardening foam. So this is something that my dad made for me.
Nice. Look at those teeth. That looks good. You should put that in resin.
Oh, look at that, huh? Do people appreciate that, Mike? Does that capture the scene or what? Look at the way you did all the foam.
Quint's getting eaten. Brody and whatever his name are hanging off the boat. Hooper.
Oh, so that's my treat. But are they naked? Wow, redheaded Ed, boy, she's relentless tonight, huh? Everybody wants people to be naked. So, Mike, that is it in terms of movie posters. What do people think? Did it seem like they enjoyed?
I think they enjoyed it. We did have Matthew Creaky. He had that other question about.
We'll have to ask him to put his name in there phonetically.
Creaky. I think it's Creaky.
How much would you charge for a full-page black and white comic ad? You have to calculate the cost per page of your cover by dividing the number of pages and then figuring out what cover 4, which is your back cover, will cost you, and then you calculate from there. I mean, you could do it at break even. Let's say it's, $200 or $400, who knows, whatever, when it comes to printing. You need to determine, do you just need to cover the costs and break even? Is that good enough for you? Because it might be, because it'll defray some of your printing costs. Or do you want to say, okay, it cost me $150 for the covers. When I break it down, you can even talk to your printer. How much does this back cover cost me? Because I want to charge an ad, and they go, oh, that would be approximately $150. And you go, I'll do the back cover for you for $225. Who knows? Whatever. You make a little bit of a profit to defray some of your costs, but that's a purely personal decision. I am just as inclined just to break even. Just it defrays the cost. If you're in this to just make comics and have fun, and you're doing it for somebody that you know and they're enjoying it and they want to be part of your project, maybe you just do it for break even. But talk to your printer and you find out what the cost of it is.
And tell us how to pronounce your name.
Yeah, tell us how to pronounce your name so that we can in the future pronunciate. All right, Mike, that's it for this week. Next week, we will come back. We will definitely be talking with the folks from... I'll clean up my office, too. We'll be talking... No, that's not it. Man, Mike is trying to... Woo! Okay, so like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be playing with the Story Engine, which is a card game-based version of storytelling. We'll open it up live on the show, and they'll show us how to use cards to build our plot and other stuff like that. As you've seen, Mike, we have been reaching out to other types of manufacturers of card games, dice games, websites, artificial intelligence, and we are going to be spending the next couple of weeks looking at tools that you can use as a writer or artist to improve your craft at making comics. What do you think of that, Mike?
I think that's great. And
Jared, Jared just said thanks for the show from Australia.
Good day, mate. Cheers.
But say how he would have said it if he was speaking now.
I just did. Good day, mate.
Thanks for the show.
Oh, thanks for the show. That was a good one.
Guys, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much for you guys. We'll see you next week. Be sure to tune